Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the very first blind reaction YouTube video of Monday Night Raw. And oh my God, what a wonderful episode to start with the very first episode of Blind Reaction. A little bit about Blind Reaction is what I plan on trying to do. I'm not going to make any promises because if I do, then I'm not going to find I don't really follow through with them here on YouTube. But what I plan on doing is honestly having a little YouTube series of videos called Blind Reaction. There's a playlist already dedicated to blind reactions. I was gonna do gameplay, but blind reaction generally it I'm thinking it's gonna go toward the TV shows that I watch on a weekly basis, and I'm gonna just be reacting to them from a blindness perspective. So basically, I'll be reacting to content that I cannot see, but I'll be reacting to it in my own special way. Now, this is where Monday Night Raw is a really good. It's on the USA Network. It's a really good show where you don't need a lot of like added in. Um, like you don't need vision to understand what's going on most of the time. And even with Raw, there really is no vision added in because there's no audio description added in. SmackDown has it, which is on Fridays. They have audio description, but Raw doesn't. There's a Spanish feed for that on that in lieu of the audio description. Anyway, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about the Raw for yesterday, the 29th of August. And we begin with the United States champion Damian Priest coming out and basically basking in his victory from SummerSlam, which happened 2 weeks ago. And Damian Priest has decided to issue an open challenge to anyone who will face him. So then the former United States champion Sheamus came out and challenged Damian to for the match. And then Drew McIntyre, former WWE champion, came out and also challenged for the match. Now, I would be okay with this ending here, but it gets better. So then Bobby Lashley, the current WWE champion and MVP, his little mouthpiece, manager, they come out and they interrupt. And then Bobby was about to challenge uh, Damian Priest for the U.S. title. But then RK Bro, the WWE Tag Team, Raw Tag Team Champions, came out and they challenged Bobby Lashley and MVP for a Tag Team Championships match. That way, which I think is going to be great. So we have two blockbuster main events to start off Raw. We have the WWE Tag Team Championship match, as well as the United States Championship match open challenge. This is awesome. But we don't begin with that because you got to make the people wait for those kinds of fun things. What we begin with is Rhea Ripley, former WWE Raw Women's Champion, taking on Shayna Baszler, honestly one of the toughest women in the WWE today. So the match is great. It is what it is. Rhea Ripley had Nikki, almost a superhero, ASH, behind in her corner, and Nia Jax, literally the biggest woman in the WWE in terms of like tallest, in the corner of Shayna Baszler. So the match was good. Rhea Ripley won, but it kind of went weird. So the way I understand it, and I couldn't tell this on my end, so I had to watch it from an audio description perspective. or not audio description. Another YouTube channel made another react video to Raw, and they described it. Apparently, what happened was Nia Jax basically tossed Nikki ASH, which is how they pronounce it. I hate it. It's Ash. Tossed Nikki, and literally Nia threatened to do this. Splatted Nikki everywhere on the canvas. Nikki's still alive. Don't worry. Calm down. But she splatted Nikki all over the canvas, and then or splatted her all over the ringside area, and then that distracted Rhea Ripley, and you would think that Shayna Baszler could take advantage and get the 1-2-3. No, no, no. Rhea Ripley reversed it and did a 1-2-3 of her own surprise roll up, which and so Rhea Ripley won, and then Nia Jax attacked Rhea Ripley and splatted her all over the ringside area. So that was fun. Then we move on to the Viking Raiders, which are one of my favorite tag teams in WWE, honestly. Viking Raiders, Viking Raiders taking on Jinder Mahal, in my opinion, the worst WWE champion in history. He was pushed, and he should never have been. And his associate Veer or Beer, I think it's Veer, Veer, in a tag team match. Viking Raiders won. Mahal and Veer were. It wasn't a squash match. It was a good match. But I was checking Facebook at the time. Shows you how much I care. But Veer and Hall, the Viking Raiders beat Veer and Mahal pretty quickly. So now we're moving into the U.S. Triple Threat match. This, What Culture Wrestling was the video that I was referencing earlier. They came up. They had a really good video on this. If we're being honest here, guys, I agree with the guy that does What Culture Wrestling, Simon Miller. This was the match of the night. This probably went what 20, 25 minutes. I don't care. It was so action packed and written so well. You got Sheamus hitting Drew McIntyre. You got Drew McIntyre hitting Damian Priest. Damian Priest hitting Sheamus. Damian Priest hitting Drew. Drew hitting Sheamus and Drew. It was absolutely just. Honestly, if you have to watch something from the WWE, watch that match. It was just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. And I don't give a chef's kiss too often, but it was just chef's kiss. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Damian Priest won after hitting his final move. Literally, like it was. If it was an arc chat, I don't know if you can see my hand, but if it was an arc, it went. If it was a line graph of just what the hell, it went. Ooh. It went higher and higher and higher and higher. There was no ebb to it. There was no. It didn't go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down like a yo-yo. It went up, 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 done, crashed down. Great freaking match. Love it. This one, the next match was Eva Marie versus Dewdrop. Hate the name Dewdrop. Love the wrestler. Sorry, just what a freaky deaky weird name. Whatever. So this wasn't even a match. You remember that graph thing I told you about? If the graph was the graph was literally went like this, straight line across, plunge down, because there was no ebb there. There was nothing going up. There was nothing going down. It was Eva Marie challenging Dewdrop challenging Eva Marie, and Dewdrop literally being like, okay, fine. Whoop, 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 whoop her butt, 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 whoop her butt. Oh, bell didn't ring? Ah, well. The referee goes, Eva Marie is unable to continue. Dewdrop wins. If you can call it a win. Question. Air quote win. Great. Nice job. Yay. Anyway, so congratulations, Dewdrop, on your first victory against Eva Marie. That will continue next week, I'm sure. Hopefully, we will actually get a freaking match next week. Now, we move on to a match, honestly, where, and no, guys, this is how fast paced, like match after match after match after match. There were some backstage segments. I don't remember them. Except the Riddle one. I don't remember where it was, but Riddle was just talking, doing his Riddle thing. If you've never seen Matt Riddle speak in the WWE, you gotta give him an opportunity because it is the greatest thing ever. Anyway, next we have Karrion Kross, former undefeated NXT champion, dominant NXT champion, taking on a Latino superstar named Umberto Carrillo. And it is completely random. I don't know where Umberto Carrillo has been. He has not been on Raw or TV for months or weeks, rather. So, it looked like Umberto was going to beat Karrion Kross, but then Kross locked in his submission, and Umberto Carrillo tapped out. So another win for Karrion Kross. Congratulations on that. Yeah, he locked in his submission. Thank you, Notes. Nia Jax versus Charlotte Flair was next. And remember, Nia Jax had threatened she will face Charlotte Flair and splat her all over the canvas. Again, another surprisingly good match. The match was great. Then they decided, you know what? I don't like you. You don't like me. Then they started slapping each other like that and that and that again. Have that and that. It was such a good match, such a fun little match that I would recommend it if you're gonna watch a women's match this week. Watch that one. I really think so. Nia Jax defeated Charlotte Flair, and then she splatted her after giving a Samoan drop, splatted her all over the canvas. It was fun. Now, here's where it went weird. I do remember this backstage segment because John Morrison was supposed to take on his ex friend, The Miz. Miz whooped John Morrison's butt last week, and Morrison wanted revenge. The Miz The Miz, excuse me, was not there. Apparently, he was in Hollywood or whatever. Because The Miz's gimmick is that he is the greatest actor of all time. Great wrestler. Never seen him act, so I can't say anything about it. So, John Morrison decided, I will take on the biggest man. To prove to everyone that I was the bigger man, I'm going to take on the biggest man that I can find, and that's Omos. Omos, ladies and gentlemen, is 7 feet tall, 400 pounds. Omos does not play. Omos literally just picked John Morrison up, threw him around played with him like a toy for a little bit, threw him. No opportunity for Morrison to do much, and just squashed him and then ended the match. Then right after that, I didn't expect this. We had we had I missed I missed this match on my note card. We had AJ Styles versus God, who was it? God, I missed it on my notes. I completely it literally went from that Omos match. It was AJ Styles versus somebody. My brain cannot remember who. Damn. Anyway, someone will let me know in the comment section. AJ Styles is a really good wrestler. It was, I can't even say if it was a good match because I didn't even bother taking notes on it. So, mystery match. Anyway, then we have Bobby Lashley and MVP versus, this is the last match, versus RK Bro. And what a great, again, what a great way to end the night. RK Bro were beating up MVP. Bobby Lashley was tagged in, managed to get tagged in. Bobby Lashley was beating up Riddle. This was just amazing. Bobby Lashley was doing his dominating thing and doing it well. And then we had, and then Omos decided to interfere in the match. It didn't stop the match, but it distracted MVP. Riddle rolled him up. Riddle pinned him. One, 2, 3. Call it a night. Good job. Bobby Lashley then speared Riddle for revenge, and then Randy Orton decided to RKO Bobby Lashley, and RK Bro ended the night standing tall and ended Raw, and then they moved on to Chrisley Knows Best, which is a complete downgrade from Raw. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you all have a good night. That was Raw. I know I said a lot. My throat's getting tired, but hey, that's been Monday Night Raw, and this has been my YouTube video review of Monday Night Raw. All in all, great show. Hopefully next week is as good, and I will also be checking out SmackDown. I do not think I will do NXT, which is tonight. I think tonight I might. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I don't know what I'm going to watch. I have to plan this better, but if this works out, if I get 1 like on this video, then I will continue this kind of content. Even if I don't get a like on this video, I'll still continue this content. So everyone have a wonderful day. Have a, wherever you may be, and I will talk to you all later.